great to have Coach Mike Krzyzewski with us one
Thank
more
you.
time here on Real Training Camp. Congratulations once again on all the success. And your final go-around now, your final quadrennial, which is a word we only pull out here on this show. I know you've got a job to do here, obviously, to prepare
Grant
for
didn't use that word.
No, Grant didn't use that
did
word.
not.
It's not a Duke word, by the way. Actually, it's not a word anywhere
South
else.
Lakes.
Outside the context of an Olympics, I don't think it's a word anywhere, in fact. I know you got a job to do, obviously, to prepare for these games coming up. Have you had any chance to reflect a little bit on the last 11 years as the head coach of this program and what it's meant to you?
Well, I will when this is over. Yeah, I think one of the main lessons I've learned in coaching is not to have a rearview mirror and not to look too far ahead, but to be immersed in the moment that you're in. And because it's the moment that all of these guys are immersed in. Like, they can't be playing because it's my last time or because it's Carmelo's chance to get a third gold medal. We got 6 guys who've never played for the United States before. I'd rather be kind of in their moment. And so there will be time for reflection, but it won't be now. Maybe August 22nd.
You've got just 2 players back from the 12 team,
right?
4 more from the World Championship team, World Cup team back in Spain 2 years ago. As you look at the way the roster is assembled, how would you describe the character in terms of what kinds of players you have on the floor?
Well, they're all excited to be here. That's the first thing, and they're all very talented. I think it has a chance to be an outstanding defensive team because we have a lot of guys 6'6" to 6'9", who are really good athletes, can move their feet. They're obviously going to be very unselfish, and I think versatility is a key thing. We have 2 big guys that are big guys that we really haven't had since Beijing with Dwight and Chris Bosh, and so that's different. And then we have excellent scoring capability. And we got to make sure they're not too unselfish. Like yesterday, they were really passing the ball around, they were so excited. And this morning I told them, I said, when you pass, just catch and look at the bucket for a second. Instead, they were doing they were trying to get everyone. It looked like we were like a chorus line or something, trying some synchronized swimming or something like that. And they're all explosive scorers. But we have great leadership. Carmelo did an amazing job yesterday in being the veteran. This is his 4th Olympics. You talk about commitment. Holy mackerel. And he was very vocal, as was DeMarcus Cousins. And, when you have somebody talking well, it's contagious. And those 2 guys really did a great job of talking.
Coach, when you look at it, first of all, it's great to hear that you have a problem guys passing the basketball. I mean, you can see the culture. Seriously, from me being back playing in 94 to 2000 guys moving the basketball. I wanted your mindset. Usually you and Jerry have somewhat of 10 or 12, 10 guys that you knew were going to be on this team. But because of so many guys have dropped out, how do you approach this training camp? Does this mean a little bit more?
We don't look at anyone not being here as dropping out.
Okay.
And just like we never look at anyone not making it as being cut. We have a great concept that we initiated about 10 years ago is pool. In other words, 25 to 35 guys were already on the team. Now, because of 3 very human things that happen to people, injury, contracts, okay, and family situations, you are always going to get some people who cannot play. And so instead of picking 12, only having 12 like the old days over 10 years ago, you have this pool. So we have X amount of guys who can't play. That's the way we look. And that's been there for every competition. I mean, we haven't had 100% comeback or whatever. Right. So that doesn't bother us. That's human. And, like, would we want LeBron here? Yes. LeBron has served in 3 Olympics. So we understand that. He's been in, I think, 6 consecutive.
6 straight, yeah.
Yeah, right. Come on. These guys, they're going to play, if they're lucky, 15 years. And like Carmelo, most of his career life, he's given to USA Basketball. So, Steph got hurt. You want to be cautious, all that kind of stuff. And that's been with every competition.
Coach, you talked about a lot of new faces this year on this
Yeah.
Olympic team. How do you integrate these new guys into this USA basketball system and your style of play?
Well, the very first thing, Grant, is not to assume what we've done before, not skip steps. And so even the first night we had a standards meeting, a motivational video, oh yeah, we did that in 208. Yeah, but these guys, only one of them was here.
Right.
So you don't skip any steps in that regard. And then get to know, it's the first time I've seen Jimmy Butler in person. First time I've seen Paul George in 2 years. I've never seen Kyle Lowry in person. So yesterday I'm trying, and that's what I talked to him this morning about. I don't want to put a system in and make you guys, I want to get to know you and keep it simple, but try to personalize it. So that's what we're going to try to do throughout that 5-game tour. When we start off Friday against Argentina, and then we go to LA, Oakland, Chicago, and Houston. Get to know one another and personalize it for them. And Jimmy Butler is really good.
Yes, he is.
He's really good, and he's really strong. I thought you were strong.
Nah, you thought wrong, Coach.
And,
I'm not that strong.
and Paul can just. Anyway, I coach KD and Carmelo,
right,
and obviously Kyrie and DeMarcus and these guys, but that and then we as a staff talk about it. How can we use these guys?
Yeah, a different style of play as well. I think fans sometimes forget that as well when you get to international competition. But for the guys who are wearing Team USA jerseys basically for the first time, and certainly at this level, what do you tell them about what's going to be different? And they have some of the exhibition season to figure this stuff out, but rules changes, obviously, more physical play, some other things come into play that just they don't face at the NBA level.
Well, it's a couple things. One, we have to learn a collective language, like teams might call a trap, a blitz, and ice, and what does red mean, what does blue? You get on that page. But the other thing is for them to all feel what they're doing, and then we try to show them. Like yesterday morning before practice, we went through the differences between FIBA, international, and the NBA. And there are differences. The ball is different, has more panels.
Yep.
That kind of stuff. And then we have international officials here calling it the way we're going to do it. Like today, we're going to work on free throw blockouts.
Okay.
Yeah, you can send them. In international, it's like the college. But then also it's loose. And so can we be sharper on free throw blockouts? Like Carmelo's been a master of getting in and getting boards. DeMarcus can do that. And then what do perimeter guys do? Do they just stand there, or do they move and maybe you kick out and you get a three? So just they're changes. They're only 40 minutes in a game, not 48. The fifth foul is a double bonus. So team fouls. The four of us could be starting. Hopefully, two of you would. But we could all have fouls, and so the fifth foul would be double, and we put in a new group. I don't have any fouls. It's 2 free throws. Another guy fouls. We could have 8 or 9 guys with 1 foul, but we've given up 8 free throws.
Right.
So what we did a good job of that with the World Cup team, is we yelled out, from the bench, we got 3, we got 4. So a guy coming in the game, it's not what he knows he has, he knows what we have, and stuff like that. So if we can win the free throw battle, and then win the 3-point shooting battle, we're going to have. In London, I think we averaged 28 points a game more in those 2 categories than our opponents, just by concentrating on defending the 3, getting open ones, and not putting people on the line and getting to the line, stuff like that.
We look forward to watching your guys go through the paces and watch you coach them up. Congratulations on all success with Team USA. Mike Krzyzewski was on a 35-game win streak, by the way.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good, Coach.
Coach, we're here if you need you. Smitty and I are here.
Take down
Congratulations.
If you need us.
The select team. You guys are going to.
We might be 4 or 5 right now, though.
You guys are going to scrimmage the select team.
Half court.
Half court.
Top of the key. Top of the key.